We are the Nerd Eternal Network.
Hello, and welcome to Icons Academy. Here on the Nerd Eternal Network. It's, of course, our Icons Assembled Edition actual play. The first part of a kind of three-part anthology season. Last session, with the help of some psychedelic pharmaceutical. No, it wasn't a pharmaceutical. It was a all-natural plant.
It was homegrown.
Yes, Blessed Thorn grew a blessed date palm, and using its fruits, the team managed to enter Lacuna Lane's dreams to help her fight off her vampiric creator. Things went fairly well. He was last seen running out of a building on fire. Somewhere else in the city. A couple of his flunkies managed to get onto the campus, though quite a few of them went up, like a bug hitting a bug zapper at the borders of the property. Wolf Witch has promised to, amp up the security even more. The other two proceeded to get trashed by superpowered students. Putty, who had gotten knocked out of the dream by that point, it was him and the Crucible, a hero y'all had not met yet. Yeah, well, y'all had met him with other characters, but these characters had not met him. So a week or so has passed since then. Lacuna has been completely unaffected by the nightmares since then. Given her traumatic background, if she's had any nightmares, it's been perfectly normal ones, and was obviously normal when she woke up. Rigajig has been working. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Izzy just screamed in my ear. She's happy.
Babies can be loud when they're happy and loud when they're unhappy. I think children just like noise. But anyway, so it's been a couple of weeks. Y'all have got about classes. Rigajig has been working with his rig. Probably pestering Wolf Witch and
Dr. Weiss.
Yeah, Dr. Weiss to help out. Since his rig is built through a combination of magic and science, he's looking for both experts for help. Which brings us up to what we're going to do first before we get into the story. Nobody this session, or this story so far, has spent any of their achievements, which is basically the experience in Icons. So they've got
means
5 minor for the first 5 sessions, and then defeating the vampire last session was a kind of a major achievement, so they've got 1 major. So Tyler, what is Rigajig spending his on?
So the first and most simple thing is those 5 minor. I'll take 4 of them, combine them into a moderate to up an ability by 1.
All right, so what are you raising?
Since Rigajig has been deep in education and spending a lot of time with teachers, I'm bumping his intellect up 1 from 3 to 4.
All right.
Now, the big one, the major, I'm adding a power.
All right, and what power are you adding?
Well, I thought I'd go ahead and add the power that makes the most sense since Rigajig has now seen the Viridium, the magic blood metal, again, and has had more time to look at it and study it. He's gonna, get a new power based on making his metal a little bit better, and I'm gonna take it as damage resistance.
All right, so you're armoring up a little bit because of a better quality of metal.
So let me make sure that I've got the right name for it. Is it just damage reduction? Flat out? Or is it like...
It's resistance. The power is resistance. And then you would choose like damage, so damage resistance. Because you could also have fire resistance or cold resistance or.
All right, so I'm scrolling down on the book to make sure I've got it.
Okay.
All right, resistance. Okay, there's just raw damage. Okay, yeah.
And that would be punches, kick, stabs, energy blast, that sort of thing. Energy drains, it wouldn't affect because you got to buy that separate. Like mental blasts, it wouldn't affect because you have to have mental resistance for that. But just your plain I can take a punch or a laser blast. That's what you want.
Yep. And we just roll its power for a 2d6.
Yes, roll 2d6 on the level determination table.
It's a 6.
6, so that gives you a level 4.
That should not have me getting 2-shot by indispensable.
Yeah, forget the villains. I'm building my guy to fight another classmate.
Well, we took the vampire out. I mean, I ain't worried about him no more.
Well, you still got Overseer out there somewhere.
Who's a guy that shoots guns. This still works for him, too.
Fair enough. All right, and Curtis was going to wait to get anything with Putty, I think.
Right, I'm going to hold off.
Zach,
at least till next session.
Zach, was there anything Lacuna wanted?
I think I'm gonna add a nice new power. Burn that major advancement.
All right.
Give myself the old school vampire power of transformation. I'll be able to turn into any animal that I choose.
All right. Give me a roll on the level determination.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 8.
That gives you a level 5.
Nice.
And if I remember how the transformation power works, you're basically using the ranks to give yourself powers based off the animal. Or something like that. Like enhanced senses if you were going to turn into a wolf to do tracking, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'll let you look up particularly how it works. You've got the book.
And I would also like to burn our moderate advancement to give myself a brand new quality.
Okay, what quality are you giving yourself?
My friends are everything to me.
Aww. You guys should be proud. You've worked your way into her cold, dead heart.
And that brings me to a real question.
Mm-hmm.
So he just used achievements to add a quality. So
Correct.
He now has 4 qualities. Is that correct, or is he replacing one?
I've
Well,
added one.
It's adding one and also 5.
Yeah. Because we got that free quality.
Oh, that's right, because we got the 4th one for
Yeah,
being.
you got the student is free. Everybody, all the students of the school have.
Right,
student.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that.
No,
was
I
the
just
Now,
I
correct me
didn't
if I'm wrong. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
that I did not realize that we could do that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, if you use hang on, let me look it up. Because if you use a minor, you may be swapping them out, and then a major to actually just buy a new one, or not. I mean, a moderate to buy a new one. Let's see. Okay, minors don't have anything. Alright, add an extra power, remove a limit on a power, master a stunt, permanently raise an ability, but lower another one, gain a specialty. Exchange an extra for another extra, or a limit for another limit. Yeah, new permanent quality is under moderate. And a moderate is 4 of the minors.
No, it's just, as long as I played Icons, that was just something that's never come up. I never thought about doing it that way. That's cool. And convenient, because sometimes you pick your qualities to define your character and not necessarily give them something to tap.
Mm-hmm. the guys I was running with last night were having that trouble a little bit.
And I think it's left over from GURPS.
That could be.
I they had the quirks, and you always just used them to. And it was hard to change my mindset when it came to doing qualities for my first characters.
All right, but with that taken care of, we will move on with the story. So as I said, a couple weeks had passed. Rig-a-Jig's been working on the rig.
Putty does want to talk to Wolfwitch real quick,
Okay.
if he can.
Well, yeah, she's one of your students. One of your students.
Yeah.
One of your teachers. You wouldn't have any trouble getting in touch with her. At least not during school hours.
He will bring her a package of her favorite snickerdoodle cookies.
Okay.
And he'll say, magic is not really my thing, but Coach Brody says there's two things you need to know about magic. And one is if you make Wolfwitch mad or we'd like a favor, bring her snickerdoodle cookies. They says, so I have a question.
She reaches out, takes the cookies.
Yeah.
All right. You've
I
given me my
thought
bribe.
Zach-
What is your question? She starts eating one of the cookies.
I thought Zach might have her say something. But when we were fighting the vampire, he showed me something about my past that's a little bit different or a little bit more than what I remembered. And I'm just not sure. I mean, is it, would it be true or not?
Well, it could be true. He could be opening up memories that you've suppressed or don't have access to anymore. She reaches over for coffee. I mean, it's not impossible that he could have made it up either. The full range of what sort of mental powers vampires have vary from individual to individual. What was it that you remembered?
Well, the way I remembered it is I blacked out, and then Professor Putty was there. My friends were dead, but Professor Putty had saved me. But in this stream, Putty was the one that actually changed me and hurt me.
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, but could it just be that on some level you blame him for not saving you quicker? Maybe this dream was just your maybe a little repressed anger at him?
Could be.
Or maybe the man's a monster. I don't know. I've never met him.
Well, I still don't know much more than I did before, but you helped how you could.
Oh, let me think. There's probably somebody we could call in. So I'll try to find a character right quick. In this jumbled mess that is my Roll20 account. There we go. She's like, if you wanted to investigate this, I could make a phone call. There's an alien I know that could probably poke through your head and find out for sure. I also have some contacts in Spear. I don't know them real well, but I know they've teamed up with Putty a time or two. I could inquire of them what they know about him.
It might be worthwhile. I'd like to know if we can get an answer, if there's a way.
Okay, I'll make some phone calls. No promises on how quick it'll be.
It's pretty
it's a
upsetting.
school year, so my alien friend stays pretty busy.
It was pretty upsetting, so I was just, I'll take one of the cookies and go to class.
She lowers the box. You may have one.
Do what?
I said, she goes, you may have one. Now, what has Lacuna been doing in this intervening weeks?
I'm gonna say that she has just gotten, since this huge victory, just gotten more comfortable with herself and her condition. She's probably slightly higher energy, a little bit friendlier.
She's her own vampire now.
Yeah, that's the word for it. She is her own vampire now.
I'm nobody else's monster. I'm my monster. So is it a drastic enough difference that people that just kind of casually knew you notice it, or is it something that the people, your roommates, your friends, the people you're in class with regularly, is just your people that really know you that notice?
Probably just the people who really know me.
Okay. And like your homeroom teacher mentions it, make some comment about, how you seem to be, in better spirits these days. I'm blanking on her name. Miss Fowler.
Oh, you know how it is. You get a new pillow, new mattress. Suddenly your whole world changes. Just a nice, quiet night's sleep, and you really start to appreciate the people who are in your corner more than you did before.
Yeah, some of your teachers, Wolf Witch doesn't notice, or doesn't seem to notice. Oddly, Miss Thalhammer does notice. She's the crotchety old math teacher that's been around since the Austrian Empire. But maybe she just got a lot of practice at reading people. So you have a fairly pleasant couple of weeks. Nobody tries to break into camp. Nobody's invading your dreams.
Oh, did we mention that that someone isn't here today with us?
No, I don't think we did.
We didn't do the standard hello, so I don't think.
Oh, that's right. I was focused on getting into the advancement thing that I completely forgot to give everybody's names out. You're right.
So the reason Blessed Thorn hasn't done any advancements is the person in charge isn't here today.
Yes, he's getting ready to move, and he's running around saying goodbyes to folks.
We should pick her advancements for her. Mike would appreciate that.
I'm sure he would.
Congratulations, you now have echolocation.
Why wouldn't a plant goddess have that?
Speak with fish.
Well, it sounds like the little one had some serious opinions about that.
She does, man. She's like, no, don't stick Mike. We'll speak with fish. She'll be really mad.
I couldn't tell what she was saying, but that was her tone of voice was not approving.
He was trying to reach for a cracker.
Ah. Well, I get that way when food's out of my reach too. So. But one other thing that goes on though, Wolf Witch comes to Rigajig. And her and Dr. Weiss have both offered some help as Rigajig's working on his rig. But that fancy new metal she's got a she's got a gate she'd like him to make.
A gate?
Yeah, and she takes you down to this, like almost like a little sub-basement area of the library. And she shows you where the middle gate has been damaged some, and she's like, I don't know who did it. Not sure how long ago it was done. But maybe we could rig up, use some of that fancy metal of yours and make a slightly stronger gate.
All right. It'll take some time, and I'm a little low on it right now, so it may take a week for me to get my blood back, but I should probably be able to.
Oh, what kind of blood do you need? Or you said your blood, so does it have to be yours, or would any human blood do?
Any human blood does to activate. The metal like activates its more magical properties off of human blood. Like once it activates, once it starts up, it stays started. So like when the aliens made it, they just drew blood directly out at the start. I kind of have to make the base ingredient and then add the blood in. I'm not a thief, so I kind of just used my own. So every now and then, with my new suit additives, I've kind of already spent some. But, I know we have some in storage, but there'd probably have to be a lot of written permissions to use it.
Yes, you're probably right. But I know a guy. Give me a week.
But as far as making this gate right here that's already here into that metal, I can do that pretty quick. I just can't activate it.
But you could come back and activate it later with the blood.
Yes.
Oh, we'll go ahead and do that then.
Yeah, I pull out the shabbily written transmutation stone, pop it to it, and focus.
She does not look approvingly at the stone. Alright, so you have transmuted her steel gate into
an unactivated Viridium gate.
Which is probably still a little bit stronger than it was.
She
gives it a little shake. Alright, that's good. And she tells you, she'll get back with you in a week or so after she sees if her guy can come through for her, with a supply of human blood.
And I'll admit right now, I have no idea if other blood would activate it too. I just used what I had on hand, which was me.
Well, it's pretty well known to anybody that pays attention that the Star Forgers were trying to negotiate for a supply of human blood.
Yeah.
So it's safe to assume that it's probably better in some way with human as opposed to like animal.
And I will go ahead and tell Wolfwitch, that's not as good as the actual real stuff. Like the Star Forgers do make it better than I can by leaps and bounds. But it's better than what you got, so.
Yeah, as long as it's better than whatever, got broken into. Nothing was missing, or else I would hunt them down. And then she mumbles something about probably the seniors. They seem to be up to something.
Do not trust the seniors.
I feel like that's a tagline from like a horror book about high school.
Well, it's they don't trust anybody over 30, but you drop the age to about 15. Don't trust anybody over 15.
How is that not a Goosebumps book?
It really should be.
How many hundreds of those are there? It may be, and we just don't know it.
All right, gate done.
Yes.
Nobody's in trouble.
Not yet. Not until she brings in the clairvoyant to see who was in her books.
But, Taylor and I are not in trouble.
No. You were not involved.
Lacuna's just doing some coursework, and suddenly she feels the grim specter of death passing through her. She doesn't know why.
Next thing you know, that vampire hunter guy's back, and she's let him off his leash. But anyway, the weekend rolls around. And you and some of your classmates have been given permission to go out to a little music festival they're having at Central Park.
Sweet.
Honestly forgot this was set in New York.
Because I really haven't done anything. You know, y'all run around in the city some, but I hadn't really made the city a central portion of anything.
Well, and
I mean,
to
it's
be fair,
understandable.
our parents would not want us having free reign of the city unescorted at our age. We would probably be confined to the campus most of the time anyway.
Yeah, most of the time. Now, some of you may have family living close by.
So wait, who's playing at the festival? Will the Rocker be there?
The Rocker isn't there, but what was that band that Serpent Boy's cousin? Oh, Mike would be the one that would know this because Serpent Boy was his.
Icy Daggers of Death.
Was it Icy Daggers of Death or Icy Daggers of Agony?
Icy Daggers of Agony.
Anyway, it's a metal band that, you know, Serpent Boy's cousin, who's a descendant of the Fenris Wolf, she plays in it. They are far from the only band. I mean, there's a lot of bands. But it's mostly smaller ones. It's in the North Meadow. I've gone ahead and thrown y'all's tokens out. Because I don't really have tokens for everybody else in the class.
Oh, hey, look, there's Turtle Pond where Muckboot killed a man.
Was that Turtle Pond?
I was thinking it was.
Or was that,
Because I thought that happened in New York.
It was either New York or San Francisco.
Oh, no. Y'all had a fight. I think it was the first episode Muckboot showed up in. Muckboot, what's her name? Snapdragon?
Yeah. And yeah, it was that team.
Yeah,
We did
I think
have
you're right.
a-
I think that was down in the southern portion. And somebody was like running to get away. Or maybe they were up here in the Great Lawn.
It was members of Mott. I don't remember exactly where we were, but
It was members of Mott, so they, you don't really care that you shot somebody.
well, they fired first, so it was he's shooting a gun, kill him, so he stopped shooting a gun.
Muckboot is almost more of an action movie hero than a superhero.
Muckboot is a soldier. He sees a fight that involves killing people. He stops it the fastest way possible. Anyway.
Yes, anyway. So you've gotten permission to go to that.
Shoulder to shoulder crowds.
Oh, yeah. It's fairly crowded, yeah. There's food vendors kind of over to the sides, along the walkways.
Blessed Thorn decided not to come because of how dangerous it would be for everyone else.
She had something come up because, her parents are in the city, staying with a couple. So she does occasionally leave to go do family stuff. So they had something already scheduled when this, music thing came up. And it's not like it was really any band she was super familiar with, so. So it's you three. So Rigajig, Putty, Lacuna, And you don't have to be in your school uniforms for this.
That would be so uncool.
Miss Fowler is kind of escorting you. It's also your roommate, or Putty's roommate, Enrique's roommate, Eric. Oh, let's see. Who all else would want to go? Let's see. Amber's not going. Nicole is going. That's friendly fire / unfriendly fire. She'll have to settle on a name eventually.
Steve.
Trying to think of who else y'all have buddied up with some.
Night Phlox.
Yeah, y'all could carry Kayla. I feel like we need one more boy. And Timothy. Or Tim. Y'all might know him better as Stonehenge. He kind of bums a ride along with y'all just because he's a fan of Ice or Daggers of Agony. Not that y'all have specifically hung out with him a whole lot, but he's been involved in some of the patrols and stuff like that. So Miss Fowler's trying to keep y'all all relatively close together. I mean, obviously, some of y'all run off to for bathroom breaks or run off to get food. At one point, as one of the bands is finishing up, Lacuna, you and Nicole are standing over to one side, and you just see her face get dark. You know, she just scowls up. Who is that? And she kind of points over to like another little section of the crowd. And when you look over there, there's a blonde girl chatting with Eric. And he just seems fascinated with her.
I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, have you two been going out, or?
We've been hanging out some.
Hanging out is not going out.
We go running every morning.
Okay, but does he recognize that as a romantic thing you're trying to do?
Well, he should.
Because it doesn't sound romantic to me.
Yeah,
well, we're
that
stuck
just
in the
sounds like
school all
more
the
of a-
time.
Have you told him that you have feelings? Because let me tell you something, guys are dumb as hell.
She sort of looks over at Putty when Lacuna said that, like she's looking for the other side of the debate.
Reagan is there. Well, to be fair, we told him it could be romantic. Sips his monster. Reading stops. Oh yeah, he had no clue before we told him it could be romantic, that it could be romantic.
But that means he knows now.
Means he knows it could be. If you didn't specify, he's still dumb as bricks. He's a nice guy, though. I really like him.
Lacuna, can you go, like, mesmerize her and make her buzz off?
That's not really something I can do.
I'll be right back.
I might have something to say, but I'm dumb as a brick.
She pays no attention to that little snide comment as she marches past you.
So you
now, Putty,
from the guys are dumb thing. You're both cool.
Oh no, I'm dumb as hell. Sith more monster. I spent 2 weeks not understanding a magic from a magic expert and science from a science expert. I know I'm dumb. I've spoken to 2 geniuses in 2 different directions for a week. I know I ain't smart.
You hear Miss Fowler kind of behind y'all. You know, she just kind of snorts loud enough that you realize she was listening to the whole thing. But she's been standing there like trying to read a book through all of this. You know, the heavy metal's playing. She's sitting there with the book out.
She's not into classic music.
No, it's all. She's all bluegrass or something. Really weird.
She was big into Daft Punk, but they're not here.
No, you ask her if she likes music. It's okay. It's no Insane Clown Posse, but it's okay.
You laugh, but that generation, our generation, are now teachers.
It's true.
Maybe
It's
y'all should
uncomfortable to
figure
think
out. You should figure out how magnets work then.
But so Nicole marches over there and kind of interjects herself into the conversation. And you can see the tension in her shoulders and that she's kind of hostile at first. No, she doesn't like run over there like, pushing and shoving her way in. It's, you get the impression of her walking up and trying to very casually
insert herself into the situation.
Right. But in just a couple minutes that she's just kind of, laughing and carrying on with the like the rest of them were. Or like those 2 were when she walked up.
Do you think they're related? Because, maybe she just walked up on his cousin.
Well, Eric's not from anywhere around here, though. Of course, family can be from anywhere, but he was... Crap, where was it Eric was from? He was a farm boy, I know. Was it Ohio, Idaho? I forget.
Let's go with Ohio until we are corrected by an earlier recording.
Wherever it is, He
Yeah.
was like farming community. Not around a lot of water despite getting water powers. He's like a landlocked submariner. I need you 3 to give me awareness checks.
Jawohl.
No particular reason why.
Anything that might, affect that awareness check?
What do you got to think you think would affect it?
Nothing. I'm just fishing.
Then no.
I've got stealth.
Not really going to help you.
Yeah, no. I also have weapon bludgeoning.
All right.
And Roll20 hates me again.
Of course it does. All right. So I need to roll a d6. All right, so I rolled a 5. Curtis, you think the blonde? Yeah, you're actually thinking, or Putty is actually thinking the blonde girl looks kind of familiar.
Huh.
But you're not sure from where. You're pretty sure she's not a student.
Which is odd because we haven't really encountered a whole lot of people that aren't students in New York.
Mm-hmm. The other 2 of you, though, as you keep watching, I mean, at first you're like, Putty, like, she looks familiar. something about her body language, maybe. I mean, she has short blonde hair, but there's plenty of short blonde-haired folks around. I mean, even just right this very moment.
It's New York. There's plenty of everybody around.
This is true. But like I said, something about her just seems familiar. And then it dawns on me, that was very large. And then you realize who it is that she's reminding you of. You know, you can't be certain it's her, but she's reminding you of that girl you met the first day you were at the school.
The one that broke in?
Yes.
Putting out the flyers?
But she was like, in the, she had like a domino mask and whatnot on at the time. And we'll throw that down for Eric. Not that he actually wears glasses or anything.
That is bizarrely close to how I pictured him in my head, actually.
And they would actually all be much closer to you than it looks in that meadow, because the North Meadow is not to scale here.
I was looking at pictures. It looks pretty big.
Oh, yeah. Central Park's quite large. I'm just saying the map is definitely not to scale.
Yeah.
And then I need... I just don't have enough teenager-looking tokens. On the other hand, I should have an actual picture of Friendly Fire in here somewhere. At least an adult version of her. Oh, yeah, there she is. Get a little preview of what her costume will look like someday. So anyway, y'all all had that realization right about the same time. Well, not Putty. Putty is still sitting there going, do I know her from somewhere?
Oh, are we gonna have to kick somebody's ass today? I was hoping it was just gonna be, a nice concert out. Aww.
Miss Fowler looks up. Language?
Sorry.
And she kind of looks over where y'all are looking. What? I don't see where anything's going on.
Lacuna's just gonna point to the blonde girl and say, yeah, we're pretty sure she's one of the two that broke into the school, like, day one, and was stuffing flyers to the evil counterpart school into the lockers.
Putty
that,
like,
that criminology place?
Yeah. You guys should really think about suing them. I mean, that is clear copyright infringement on the school's whole thing.
You can't copyright a concept, though.
Yeah, true.
Are you sure that's her?
Pretty sure. Well, what do you think, Rickajig? What do you think, Putty?
Putty will squint his eyes.
She certainly looks reminiscent. And, I'm jealous enough to go walk up and disturb it to find out.
Jealous of Eric having two blondes talking to him? That's fair.
I'm not saying that out loud. That it's that specifically I'm jealous of.
That's right.
What's the matter?
Let's go get her.
Let's not, escalate things unnecessarily. I mean, she might actually just be here for the music.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean all three of us go walk up and beat on her.
I
just
was
meant I
like,
was
good.
gonna
I would have to cut the trip short if something like that happened.
I was just gonna walk up and say hi. And,
Hi. You're pretty blonde.
Sneak
I
in.
like pretty blondes.
Eric's already got one, so yeah.
Putty, you scare me. Putty, if you think that was the appropriate action to take, I'm scared for you.
I was actually speaking for Rigajig, not Putty. But Putty's not interested.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead and just cut out whatever this rumor is about me and blondes, because that gets dangerously close to a problem some of my heritage had. So let's not.
All right, so you're gonna run over there or wander over there and investigate?
Yeah, just see what's up.
All right, so you walk up and they're talking, and they're just talking about school. Nicole complains about let's see, was Thalhammer your math teacher?
I thought you said that earlier. Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
So she's complaining about Miss Thalhammer's class.
We all hate math.
Yeah, and we've established that Nicole does, in particular. But she's also complaining about the teacher and how old and crotchety she is, and she's not sure she'd want to live as long as Thalhammer has. The other girl, is kind of commiserating. She's talking about some of the classes she doesn't like, and though she complains about some of the guys at her school just kind of being jackasses in general. All right, Rigajig, you walk up. How are you interjecting your 7 in this conversation?
Just walk up and say, "Hey, Eric, who's your new friend?" Because Rigajig knows that if she is the person in question, there's no hiding who I am. I have a rig on. It's kind of obvious who I am.
Oh, you didn't just go out in your plain clothes. You've got the rig.
I've always got the big baggy clothes on, but, gravity is what it is.
Dum, 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 dum. Eric's like, oh, this is Callie.
Well, hello, Callie. Reach out a hand for a
pleased to meet
handshake.
you. She reaches out and shakes your hand, looks you dead in the eye.
I give her a wink.
Let's see here. Give me an awareness roll.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Okay.
Maybe I should have put a point in awareness.
Man, she's a really pleasant person. And she starts asking you, about how you like the school, the school you go to. You realize pretty quickly you must have made some kind of mistake. She's just super nice, just a real cool people. The rest of you just see Rigajig, he walks over there, he starts talking. the two of them shake hands, and then they're just chewing the fat. And before long, he's in there laughing and cutting up just like the rest of them.
Okay, so he's either letting Little Rig-a-Jig do the thinking, or we made a mistake.
Miss Fowler's like, maybe y'all just made a mistake. I mean, maybe he walked over there and got a closer look at her.
All right, come on, Putty, let's go talk to him.
Let's go. Hey, gang.
Kayla just hangs back with the teacher. She's got no time for this foolishness.
Hey, who's your new friend?
What was her name?
Callie she was introduced as.
Oh, this is Callie. She goes to what school did you say you go to again?
Oh, it's just a little institute upstate. She reaches out to shake Lacuna's hand. Oh, you broke up there for a second there. What was that?
Oh, I'll shake it.
All right. Give me a awareness roll. All right, so she shakes your hand, I mean, she's being pleasant enough, but up close, yeah, you're pretty sure this was the girl that was under the domino mask. I mean, her hair isn't styled exactly the same way or anything, but and then she turns around to shake Putty's hand.
Shake it.
All right, give me an awareness roll.
It's like, I'm Putty.
It's like, oh, Callie, like they said. All right. All right, so she got a 12 and you got a 6. So she got a massive success.
Ooh.
Lacuna beat her, but not by much. And it was a massive success on for Rig-a-Jig. So yeah, Putty, she seems like super cool people. You just
You got a sister around here or anything like that? Because I think I saw someone like you at going to our university or institute.
So no, I don't. None of my family lives around here.
She's just got one of those faces.
Well, it is New York. You've got a lot of people, a lot of different kind of people running around. So, but she's like, no. I mean, most of my family's down in Rhode Island. Where are all of you from? We've been talking about school, but I haven't asked it where any of y'all are from. Nice hat, by the way.
Thanks. It was a gift. Keeps the sun off me,
Yeah, you don't want too much vitamin D.
Yeah. I'm from Florida. How about? And you said Rhode Island, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
New Mexico.
Wow, and you go to school over here. Wow. Must have been something special if they got you in.
We both won scholarships.
I had to blackmail my dad. Sims more of his monster.
She's like, I've been there before.
Which is actually a cooler story than scholarship, but
Yeah, it's one of those things you should probably keep close to your chest. Bud, you need to be careful. And just kind of slug him on the shoulder real gentle. Just give him a look over my glasses.
Can I make an awareness roll to see that you're trying to suggest I should be saying less?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an awareness roll.
Do I need to oppose it?
You forgot. I'm dumb as hell.
I'm just going to give it a 3 difficulty, so 3 plus the d6 roll. So a 6. Just keep that
What?
in your chest. Oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't tell a bunch of people.
My dad's multiple states away. I doubt anyone knows him well enough to tell my mom that he's cheated on her.
Well,
Takes another sip of his monster.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if he had mentioned to y'all the whole blackmailing thing before, I think. But I don't know if he ever mentioned what it was that he was blackmailing him with.
No, I don't think anyone else knows about the fact that Rigajig is part of the secret family.
We're all just sitting there with our jaws dropped. It's like, damn.
Callie's like, oh, that's some soap opera stuff. My dad too, though. I mean, I think older dudes are just scumbags.
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, there's this one. He basically just came into my family's lives, and pretty much tore the whole house down around him. You know.
Rigajig is immediately confused, like, wait, we're talking about that?
She's like, oh, that's horrible. You said it was a guy that came in, though. Was it like a stepdad, or was your mom cheating?
Something like that, yeah. Think of it as a creepy neighbor.
Ugh. I had a creepy neighbor once, told him to go jump off a bridge.
Wow, did he do it?
No. Nothing like that. We didn't live too close to any bridges. So how are y'all liking the music?
It's not really my thing. More of an R&B girl, but it's not bad.
Oh,
I'm hoping
R&B.
Melted.
Neat.
I'm hoping Melted Moon will be here.
So yeah, I didn't look at the itinerary. Oh, it looks like they're setting up a little dance area over there. Rigajig looking a little oddly bulky. So she grabs Eric, looks over at Nicole. You don't mind if I borrow him for a minute, do you? Nicole's kind of, oh no, whatever. I go, I get next. And then Callie drags him off to, where some people have started dancing.
And Putty will kind of
grab Putty and follow after him.
Putty will, like whisper to Lacuna, "Isn't she pretty?" Which is odd because he hasn't shown interest in anybody at all.
I mean, yeah, I guess I haven't really thought that way since, the accident, but that's actually something to unpack. But okay, come on, follow me.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna go dance. Hey, Rigajig, you want to come too? Make this a. Oh wow, that is not a word I want to use right now. A group dance party. Let's say that.
I'll be like, say it.
I'd really enjoy it, but also we're in a big crowded place. I don't want to pop out of the suit and someone else pop in it.
I feel you. Just, keep an eye out. All right.
Yeah.
Your suit can't dance?
Keep an eye out for what?
For Callie. She's clearly scoping out other students for information for her shitty little evil supervillain school.
What?
Nicole looks offended at the mere suggestion of that.
I'm sorry. Okay. I understand because you weren't there. You two should know better. Like, she's clearly the same person. She just has a different hairstyle. I know domino masks are considered an acceptable disguise in class, but come on. She even has the same cheekbones.
She does have nice cheekbones.
Am I allowed to re-roll again? Is the trust in my friend enough to re-roll?
Oh, let's see. She got a massive success on. Let's see, on Putty, she got a massive success. I think she also got a massive success on you.
I thought you said she got massive on both of us.
So
Yeah, she did have massive on me.
you're pretty well infatuated for the chapter.
Like, I don't know what your problem is. I mean, those are very nice cheekbones.
So you both love the target. Doesn't have to be romantic, in nature, but affection, and will help and defend it as much as possible.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, it's not like you've got this urge to, like, punch Lacuna because she's talking about her, but you feel like you should come to Callie's defense. She's clearly a swell person.
She's great. And perky.
I mean, yes, there's a lot of things about her that are perky, but, let's move on with that. Is this a hormone thing or a superpower thing? What'd you say? I'm sorry, I talked over you.
I said, wow, I didn't expect you to be the one to go there. Takes a sip of Monster. Alright, we clearly have differing opinions, but she hasn't caused any trouble yet, so I'm not gonna push.
And I'll grab Lacuna. I thought we were gonna dance.
Yes, let's go dance, but we also need to keep an eye on Callie to make sure she doesn't hurt any of our... I'm not really ready to call him a friend. Any of our school chums. Because there's like a non-zero chance somebody might try, there might be a kidnapping attempt later. Or I don't know, maybe she'll shoot him up with stick a needle in him and suck out some blood or something like that robot did to a bunch of us.
I will do my utmost to keep an eye on her. Not that way.
Alright, so all of y'all wander over there. Lacuna and Putty are dancing. Rigajig is just kind of standing at the edge. Nicole hasn't got anybody to dance with, so she's just standing with him.
I'll just keep pointing out to Lacuna, anytime I see what's her name again? Beginning to see Callie. Anytime I see Callie do something, it's like, see, she's not a threat.
She's quite the dancer, actually.
She's just friendly and awesome.
And a little bit all over Eric. You're almost jealous. Rigajig, Nicole's over on the side going, what is up with Lacuna? I thought she was sleeping better, but she must have gotten up on the wrong side of the bed today.
I mean, we've had a bad experience with someone that looked real similar. So I'm not surprised that there's some fear, but yeah, Callie seems real nice.
Yeah, she's great.
Heck, even if it is the same person, it doesn't mean she's not awesome.
Well, you're out of the dance floor, so.
Yeah.
I guess you could be telling Lacuna that, though.
So, in this state, I'm infatuated with her, but not, like, altered in any other way. So I wouldn't say anything too stupid.
No, you don't.
Stupidly open.
If she asks you questions, you might answer them just because, she's cool people. I kind of trust her. If Lacuna decided to take a swing at her, you would move in to physically defend her. But you wouldn't go, like, over the top. You wouldn't run in and try to stake Lacuna or something.
Yeah, I'd be whoa, and trying to separate them.
You would be busting the fight up. Yeah, you are not like, a mental slave or anything.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and let you know it's emotion control. She's made you like her. For some reason, Lacuna, fought it off.
I'll be honest with you. I was kind of hoping she was. It would have been an interesting trip if she was the person we thought she was. Take a sip of my Monster. I'm about out.
You have a little ice chest built into the rig.
It weighs enough as is.
Fair enough. Like I said, there are food vendors. If you see these paths on either side, there are like little food vendor carts set up. I don't know if any of them would have monsters, but they'd have some kind of drink.
Corn dogs and giant lemonade, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he will mention, I am surprised that you let her go first, though. I mean, she is great and all, but you came up here, horns out.
I may have been overreacting a little bit. She's cool and all. And besides, this is just a concert. It's not like it's not like she's coming back to the school with us, or we're we're probably not going to see her again after this, which is kind of a shame. But not if her school's upstate.
Well, if it's upstate New York, that's not so far away, couldn't visit sometime.
Well, that's true, and especially when school's out. Of course, the way we sneak out of off campus, can always run up there.
Let's not talk too much about that. Because let's face it, I still only do that because to try to make sure nobody gets hurt when indispensable forces us to do it.
Yeah, he's getting a little impatient about you coming up with a new plan too.
Which is crazy, considering I don't want to be doing it in the first place.
Well, that just makes you the better one to do it then. It's like power. You give power to the person who doesn't want it. Besides, are you gonna trust indispensable to come up with a plan?
No.
I mean, you need somebody to punch somebody. He's him or Molly are the ones you want to go to.
I don't know. I think with the new, and he'll pat his arms. I think with the new upgrades, I might actually stand a chance against him.
Yeah. Maybe shoot, I'm blanking on Ray's last name.
It-
Independence.
No, he's Independence Ray, but his actual
It,
name.
it begins with a G, but it's an odd name, which is why I can never remember it.
Gearhart.
You're right, yeah.
I forgot I had him written down with all the rest of your rest of your teachers. So yeah, maybe Mr. Gearhart to give you a rematch at some point. So let's see. Lacuna, as you're out on the dance floor, anytime, I assume y'all are dancing fairly close to Callie and Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anytime Callie catches your eye, she kind of gives you a smile. That you get the impression of it being less and less friendly each time she does it.
I keep smiling wider and wider at her.
Fangs out.
Yeah, it's friendly. Hello?
What was that?
What? Oh, sorry. There was a cut. There was a weird sound.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the song ends, or a couple of songs, and Callie makes her way over, hands Eric off to Nicole. Okay, your turn.
Hey, Callie, you want to go grab come with me? Grab something to eat real quick. Hey, you guys want anything? Corn dog, giant pretzels. Oh, I think smell. Whatchamacallem? Funnel cakes. Yeah, I think I see a funnel cake vendor over there. You guys want some? I'll pay.
Putty, Rick G.
Well, let's
Sure,
go.
I'll take a giant pretzel.
Cool.
All right,
What
so
about you, buddy? You want anything to eat?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, cool. Just come on, Callie. Let's we can walk in as we talk. You're interesting. I'd like to know a little bit more about you.
Oh, I bet you would. Everybody does. All right, so the two of you start walking over to this one side. And she's just got this smile on her face. So, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, let's just cut the bull crap here. Sell me on your school. Because I've been looking for answers at my place. I haven't found them. What do you offer that my particular educational facility isn't giving me?
She kind of gives you an up and down look, pulls a little gizmo out of her pocket. Something about the size of a cell phone. Clicks it, presses the button, looks at it. Okay. Just making sure you weren't wired or anything.
Understandable.
Well, for one, we offer better security than your place.
I mean, that's not hard to do.
Your school relies way too much on security through obscurity, and since people seem to know where you're at, that's out the window. The headmaster keeps a smaller student body so he can focus more on each of us. I mean, let me guess, they're running you through like regular classes.
Yeah, regular classes. We're learning boys and girls and everything in between. So
Yeah, I mean,
gotta keep up on the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah, don't get me
Basic
wrong. We
combat
have to take those regular classes, but the when we're training with our powers, though, it's a very personalized course for each of us. Because how are you going to throw a bunch of powered people into one class when everybody's power is different?
Oh yeah, tell me about it. I mean, look at my friend group. Like, I love them. They're great, but we don't really have a lot in common in terms of capabilities. I mean, Riggs like this weird cyborg guy. Putty, like, I don't know what universe cracked him out, but yeah, you would not believe the stuff he has to eat just to live. And then there's me. They have to keep a very big cooler for me.
Yeah, I know those some interesting teeth you had.
What can I say? And someone with a little bit of bite to her.
But yeah, the headmaster is real good at tailoring classes to fit individual power types.
So what about undoing power types? Like, I know it seems cool, but I don't really want to be this. And she lifts up her lip to show off one of the things for 1,000 nights. Just maybe hypothetically, I don't want to be a blood drinking monster.
She goes, huh?
What are your facilities like in terms of mystical capabilities? You have, like, anybody there who knows how to maybe fix this? Because our teacher, she's not exactly forthcoming with a lot of answers. She's a bitch.
Burn her. But he's like, well,
And
he goes, I'll be honest, we don't really have any. I don't feel like I should use the word monster.
Oh, I am a monster, trust me. Like, it's very hard keeping certain impulses in check because, again, everybody there is really sweet for the most part, but, well, I think there's a reason I got turned into this and no one else did, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so anyway, we don't have a whole lot of non-human persons.
That's so sweet.
at the school, so I don't really know if Headmaster Love could do much for you as far as like a cure. He could certainly teach you how best to use the abilities and how to adapt your life to live as normally as possible. He is big on that.
What about food supply? Like, I'm drinking cow blood right now, and it's getting harder and harder to keep it down.
You know, you said a cooler, so I guess you're using old blood. I don't know. Maybe he can get you a fresh cow.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. And she'll just pat her on the shoulder. There's only one kind of blood that's ever really satisfied me, you know? Don't worry, I'm not that hungry.
She's actually looking more thoughtful than anything. Well, I figured the headmaster could probably help you with that. He's pretty persuasive. He could probably get people to come in and donate.
What about disposal? You know, the food waste is always such a problem.
She's like, I don't know how many bodies he'd want piled up. I mean, that leads to people investigating.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need to eat that often. Especially when it's from a good source.
I know he'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Really? Could you... Well, that's a bit forward asking for a number right now, but...
Yeah, there's procedures we have to go through. You know, we are trying to keep ourselves a bit on the secret side. The government's way too interested in empowered people to just be out blatantly doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even your school is trying not to let the government know where it's at. I don't have great faith in them, but you know. And by this point, you've gotten to the truck, and y'all kind of have to, you know, quiet down because there's other people close by as you get the food. Do you talk any more about it as you walk back?
We're just trying to switch to a little bit more casual. I think I've gotten everything that I'd want out of it from her. Oh, actually, I will ask. So was that like a personality thing or chemical thing you did to the Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and the other two?
Oh, people just tend to like me when I'm around. You know, I can focus it and make it a little more direct. You know, or I can make people afraid of me and they run off, you know.
Cool. I've been poking at being able to do things like that too. I mean, I'm young. Who knows what I'll be able to eventually do if I stay like this. Not opposed to it, but, you know, there's downsides to it. You start withering after a while, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, I was a little hesitant to bring this up, but since you talked about body disposal, there's been a few attacks in the city where the victims were, what's the word? Exsanguinated? Am I saying that right? I'm having one of my words are hard days. People were drained of blood. Was that like you having a bad day?
Oh, I think that's a little personal, don't you think?
She smiles at you like you've answered her question. Oh, okay, yeah.
But actually, I would advise, like, I like you. You're really sweet. You've helped me out a lot, and you give me a lot of things to think about, but I do advise staying off the streets, because there's some freaking weirdos running around. Of my particular variety.
Ah. Oh, you're not the only one in town. Well, it's New York. I shouldn't be surprised. New York's probably full of bloodsuckers without vampires. And that's when y'all get back to the rest of the crowd. So you see her and Lacuna are chatting. It seems like on a pretty friendly basis. And you just do catch the word vampires. You know, Callie saying the word vampires. They walk up the food.
Just start handing off everybody their various foods and drinks.
So how'd the trip go?
Thanks.
You friends now? I take a bite of the pretzel.
Oh, I think we're getting to be friends, yeah? She's a lot more interesting than I thought she'd be. No offense. Like, life around here is proven to have very few surprises, but, you know, every now and then you stumble into one, right? I just smile at her all friendly.
She nods, finishes handing out food. By this point, Miss Fowler and Kaylee have wandered over. Callie introduced herself. Miss Fowler seems to think she's pretty. She seems to be pretty taken with her. Oh, where do you go to school? Where are you from? Lacuna is the only person here not affected. You're recognizing the pattern.
We are all suckers.
I am surprised that this was an awareness and not a willpower. I'll admit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, for some reason that's how emotion control works. I don't know if the ideal is that you just notice that your emotions are a little weird, or or what it is, but anyway, Miss Fowler's chatting with her. Seems to be taken with her. Kayla is perfectly friendly with her, but only kind of like she is with everybody. As y'all stand around and keep talking with her, Kayla is clearly getting bored of standing around and talking to this random person. And y'all haven't seen Tim in a little bit now. Though, to be fair, probably only Lacuna notices that.
Have you guys seen Tim? He's, he tends to wander off.
Miss Fowler's like, oh yeah, he went to get food right before Nicole noticed Eric over here. Hang on, she pulls out her cell phone and okay, he says he was over close to the conservatory garden. He's on his way back. And just a couple minutes later, by which point Callie has pulled Putty onto no, it's not a dance floor, but the dance area. Nicole is still out there with Eric.
He's Putty in her hand.
She can mold him as she sees fit.
And it's just Lacuna and Rejig there.
Along with Callie and or Kaylee rather, and Miss Fowler.
Okay, so I'm apparently the only person here who can't be affected. I don't know if it's because of my medical condition or whether or not, I don't know. I don't want to be mean. I'm trying to be nicer these days.
Miss Fowler,
okay,
what are you talking about?
She is part of the school of criminology. She's one of the ones who broke in, on the first day.
She seems awful
Me
nice
and her talked.
Wait, did she actively say that she did? That she was?
Yes, we talked about it. I found out a bunch of bullshit about wanting to go to her school. I lied about being a murderer to, gain her trust. told her some lies about you guys, insulted you guys a little bit. No offense. Everyone here is great. Especially you, Miss Fowler. Please don't fail me out of spite.
Lacuna, it's okay if you're a little jealous that she's getting a lot of attention from the boys.
Oh my god.
Some people just blossom a little quicker than others. There's nothing to get upset about.
Ricky,
really
stop.
quit telling these stories about her. Ricky, what?
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I love her, but like, if she actively said it, she actively said it. Like, Lacuna's not going to lie to me.
She says she can manipulate people's emotions.
Which we have someone that's an emotional manipulator, so logically, I know it can happen.
Yeah, but would Callie really do that to you? Doesn't seem like her.
Okay,
at this point,
Fowler.
Tim's trotting back up.
Hey Tim, where you been, buddy?
He holds up a big pretzel.
Cool.
He goes, I ran over to get some food, then I got talking to some guys into the same kind of music I am.
Cool. What kind of guys? Where are they at? What all did you talk about?
He looks at you like, why are you coming at me all crazy?
Rage, you can perk up. She's very worried that we're all being emotionally controlled by someone.
Thank you. Anyway, Miss Fowler, could you text, like, you teachers probably have like a big group text. Could you ask about someone named, was it Professor Love?
She referred to him as Headmaster Love.
Headmaster Love. Okay, could you ask any of the specialty teachers if they know anyone who might go by the name Love, Headmaster Love?
All right, I'll do this, but I'm gonna need you to calm down, okay?
All right, I know what I've lost. Maybe I should just go to school.
And she sends out a text. Okay, I've tossed that name out there to see if anybody recognizes it. Here we go. It goes out to all the faculty.
Hey, Lacuna, how about we just step away for a little bit? It'll be okay.
That's cool.
Pulling Lacuna away to a private conversation. So were you actually serious about wanting to join that school?
No, not really. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the thought did cross my mind.
No, look at me. Look at me too. I also kind of wanted to join that school.
Cool.
But for reals.
Like, this place keeps falling apart, and I need someone to teach me how to deal with the suit stuff. And if a superhero school can't cut it, I was willing to go to the other side to learn.
At the same time, like, I okay, listen, like, I told them that, like, I actually do eat people, and I was asking about shit like body disposal, and she was saying they were willing to make Headmaster Level's willing to make accommodations for corpses. They're psychopaths.
Well, I mean, even from an efficiency standpoint, that makes no sense. You just get them to donate blood. And then, like, okay, you've done your 2 pints. You can come back 3 months from now. Like, you just do it like any other blood drive. Why would you kill people for that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure she misunderstood
a little
you.
Crazy with it, but no, she did not understand me at all. Like, she wasn't didn't think he'd be fond of 1,000 corpses a week, but it's that there were. I told her I didn't need to eat that much, and maybe like eat a person a month or something, but they were willing to work with me on murder.
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, it is a supervillain school. You're gonna have to kill some people.
Yeah, probably, but it's maybe not the best place to go. I mean, actually, the class structure.
Well, I mean, Callie is there, and she seems to be doing great.
Yeah, true, but like, they're a little evil, and if we go there, there's a good chance that we'll have to fight Professor Wolfwitch at some point, and she scares the shit out of me. A lot more than anyone we fought besides, the old bag of bones whose ass we kicked in the dreamscape.
Well, obviously we'd go to the school, we'd learn, and then we'd leave.
Okay, but would they let us leave? Is the question.
Well, I mean, no offense, but like, running away from them and being an enemy of them is the same thing as being a superhero and being an enemy of them. They'd want us dead either way.
I'm not sure I even want to be a superhero.
Neither do I, but I have this thing I built, so I need to optimize it. I mean, granted, I understand in our situations, I can take mine off and hide it. But we still need to know how to do what we can with what we have, especially since there will be people that hunt us just because we have it.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Listen, I'm not going to say that actually going to the School of Criminology is like plan A.
No,
But
it's a backup. It's a backup.
yeah,
Always have a backup. You know how I am.
but okay, listen, she is an emotional manipulator. You need to work on some way to block that. Because this is actually really stupid, and I've wanted to smack everyone around me for the past however long we've been talking to Callie. Because, oh my god.
Okay, let's pretend for a moment that she does manipulate emotions. Obviously, then I'd be biased in everything I said, and you couldn't really trust me. But let's pretend that that is how it is. I forgot what I was talking about. Hold up, I've lost the train of thought.
That is, a Taylor has lost train of thought, not a Riggy Jig has lost his train of thought.
And Putty will
It's
just
kind of both. I'm just running with it for the emotion control, because, like, in my brain, I want to go, logically, you can put 2 and 2 together and be like, okay, but still the power forces you to do things.
Yeah, but not her.
And Putty will just be chatting away with Callie, trying to learn stuff about her, personal stuff, because he's interested in her as a friend. He's not worried about the school she goes to. He'll be like, yeah, I'm training to be a superhero.
Oh, that sounds great. But, how much does being a superhero pay, really? I mean, how you make a living doing that? I mean, there's, 5 guys that work for Spear, and that's pretty much all that get paid?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about the money yet.
Well, you got to be thinking about your future. The school I go to, they're very good about job placement and figuring out a career path for yourself if you want to go independent.
Well,
They do
I
encourage
like my
the entrepreneurial spirit.
I like my school, but some of it's a little bit off.
Oh, really? Like what?
I don't know. I don't necessarily trust all of our teachers. And, for one, Coach Brody had to substitute for science class one time. He gave a 10-minute lecture on ignoramus rock. It was not pretty.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, a lot of schools, if you had the coach sitting in, it's going to be about that bad. So, but yeah, that's not that we've ever really had to deal with at the little institute I go to. If you like, you could pass me your cell phone number, and I'd give it to the headmaster, and he might call you, set up a personal meeting if you thought you might want to, transfer
You
to our
think?
school.
You think? You think I'd like it there? Are the kids cool?
I'll be honest, not all of them, but yeah, some of them, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're never going to find a place for everybody's cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, he's in love with her, even if not necessarily romantically. So
Somewhat infatuated, anyway.
yeah, he's definitely infatuated for sure.
She's so cool. So yeah, you can exchange. She'll jot she'll type in your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let the headmaster have that. So what do you do exactly?
Oh, his powers?
Mhm.
Yeah, he'll give her a rundown of how his powers work.
Oh, neat. So anybody that ran out and punched you or shot you is going to be in for a nasty surprise.
They sure will. Good, and the best part is, not many people know that, so
Yeah, I wouldn't go advertising it. Secrecy is
they,
a big help in this
yeah,
business.
they learned the hard way.
But around
So
that time, she gets her phone vibrates. She pulls it back out. Oh, that's my chaperone. I gotta go.
Great to meet you.
Oh yeah, she reaches up and kind of grabs your shoulder. Hope to see you again sometime soon.
Wait, do I have her cell number now, or did she just take mine? And
She just took yours. Well, anyway, tell everybody else I said bye, and I'll have the headmaster call you.
Alrighty. I'll go back to Lacuna and Rigajig. I think I've been had. I gave her my cell number, but she didn't give me hers.
Yeah, and when you walk back
Why
over
did
there,
you give her your cell number?
when you walk back over there, Rigajig and Lacuna are off to one side, and you've got Stonehenge, Kayla, and Miss Fowler, kind of where you had left the group.
Yeah, I won't say that to the rest of the group, but I will say it to Lacuna and Rigajig.
All right. So, what was Lacuna's reaction?
Give her your number.
Oh, she's talking about her school, and it's like, could find a way to actually make some money using my powers, maybe.
Cool. What else did you tell her?
Wait, time out. You told her you had superpower. Supposed to be a secret, Putty.
Yeah, but
she's cool.
But she's cool.
But don't tell people your secrets. I realized I can.
I'm pretty sure she's cool enough to trust with secrets.
Oh my god!
What? But...
Did you give her your social security number too?
She
birth
didn't
certificate?
ask. She didn't ask.
Okay, Reg, you gotta realize that's a little weird for even Putty. I love you, Putty, but that's a little weird, right?
I mean, you're not supposed to break the rules, Putty. That's a rule not to talk about it. Fowler, he broke the rules.
Miss Fowler, what rule? Putty, what did you do? Were you less than a gentleman out of the dance floor?
I was a perfect gentleman. I did give her my phone number.
Well, that's fine. That's not.
See?
He also told her that he has powers and how his powers work.
Putty.
My powers?
Yes, they are. You're not supposed to tell people. I mean, yes, she's a perfectly pleasant young woman. I'm sure it's not going to be a problem. But someday you may say that to somebody that you think is cool who isn't.
Fair enough. You can't trust just anybody.
Right. The next time it might be somebody that's just pretending to be nice.
But we can trust her.
No, she seemed nice enough. I'm sure.
Rigajig puts his hand on Lacuna's shoulder. If it turns out we are all being controlled, please do not hold this over us. Because logically, I can hear this sounding like a bad PSA. But I do believe they're correct, but I don't think Lacuna's a liar. I'm conflicted.
And Tim is just looking at you all like, what in the world did I miss?
Did you give your number to those guys? Tell them about our school or anything?
No, it was just some dudes. We talked about some of the bands for a little bit. Calm down.
Cool.
But Putty be like, I think you're just jealous that she asked for my number. I mean, it's not like I'm interested in anybody like that, but she's super cool and fun to hang out with.
Eric's like, yeah, I gave her my number. I don't.
Wait, what?
She, yeah, and I'll look at Rigajig, and she didn't even ask for yours.
Well,
Lacuna?
Eric's like, it just came up while we were talking. I mean,
Lacuna, I want you to be right so bad right now.
deep in your heart, you don't believe she is.
Also, Eric, don't you have a girlfriend?
No.
Now he's got two.
I swear everybody's got a rose in both hands except me. I throw my arms up.
I'm going to grab Eric by his shoulders, point him towards friendly fire. She thinks you're hot, and she thinks you two going running every morning is romantic. You're hot, she's hot, get together. Jesus Christ, we're all tired of it.
He gets the most picture-perfect little blush on both cheeks. Where Nicole is just kind of putting her hands up with it like, duh. Though she doesn't seem as upset about him giving another girl his number as she should. Miss Fowler's just kind of snickering at this point. Because, she's watching all the little teeny bopper dramas like...
Say I need a drink right now, but that can be interpreted as a threat.
Miss Fowler looks at you. Do you actually need one of your bags?
Actually, sure. Why not?
And she reaches into this like little side pocket of her purse and pulls one out.
I appreciate.
And from what you see, it looks like it's an insulate. The inside that pocket was like insulated, so it's preserved. I don't know that you necessarily like it cold, but
it's drinkable.
So you're sitting there with the equivalent of a juice box, calming your nerves. As the day goes on, the band swap out. Icy Daggers of Agony finally plays. Tim really gets into that. Rigajig, as more time passes and you're thinking more and more about Lacuna's argument, you are slowly but surely coming to the realization that you've probably been had.
It was the handshake. She touched us, and then we thought she was cool.
Are you excited?
Crap. Oh, no. And Rigajig can't look Lacuna in the eyes. I'm so sorry, Lacuna.
I do not look him in the eyes. I just nod in acceptance. I'm not going to hold this over any of you, but just understand, I will remember this.
That hurts especially bad knowing that you live forever.
I mean, who knows? In 200 years, I might just look back on this and laugh over it. It's sad because
I'm
you're all
more
probably
worried about
dead.
like the 87, 90 years when I'm a dying old man and you bring this up in my bed. I'm on an IV and you remind me of this.
Oh, trust me, if you live that long, it will be the last thing you remember. I'll make sure of it, buddy. Because that's what friends do.
I really appreciate you considering me your friend after today.
She's a giver.
Izzy, leave alone.
Alright, so y'all are all up by the stage.
Is Putty still infatuated with her? Is he kind of coming loose too?
The power wears off on Putty, but since he wasn't the one thinking about it, logically,
Right. It just takes.
you probably don't notice right away until somebody else brings it up and you start thinking about it again. While the band's playing, you're just thinking about the music.
Hey, Putty.
Yeah.
Rick-a-Jig's kind of come down from the whole brain whammy thing. Did you think maybe telling someone how your powers work and telling about the school and giving them your number might have been a bad idea?
Honestly, I'm a little more worried about me giving a girl my phone number because I'm afraid she might get the wrong idea.
You know what? That's
Rick-a-Jig
fair.
screams.
Miss Fowler's looking a lot more worried now too. Oh man, that could
Lacuna's on her phone. She's ordering a silk screen shirt that just says "Lacuna was right." Little bats on it.
Miss Fowler, Lacuna, I am so sorry.
I understand, Miss Fowler. Trust me, it's mental powers can be pretty nasty. Apparently, I don't know why I wasn't affected, but I'm just glad one of us had their heads about them. Oh, have you heard anything about from the teachers about Headmaster Love?
She pulls out the number. Pulls out the phone. No, nobody recognizes it off the top of their head.
Okay.
A few of them have asked me if it's important. If they should send the name around to contacts.
I mean, yeah, probably. He's apparently the one who runs the School of Criminology.
She sends it out. She tells them that. She tells them what Putty did. I mean, including the fact that everybody seemed to have been affected by this emotional thing. Everybody seemed to trust her and really hit it off with her, with the exception of Lacuna.
A little surprised she didn't use it when we met her at the school the first time.
It might actually require physical contact. Because, everyone shook her hands, but I don't know. He didn't really specify that part.
But Miss Fowler, we should probably go. We should probably head on back to the school.
I'm starting to like the band.
Tim or Stonehenge, he's also arguing, whoa, this is the band I came for. Look, she did whatever she did, but she's gone now. I mean,
She already got what she came for. At least let us get what we came for.
exactly. And while he's saying it, he's got Kayla up on his shoulders where she can see over the other people. She's like, yeah, I'm not ready to go back yet.
Everyone here is really frustrated. It's probably best just to let us blow off some steam. If you're okay with that as well.
Okay. We'll finish listening to this band set anyway. I'm not going to make any promises after that. And, let me contact Principal Roland. Make sure he got... Okay, I'd let him know we're coming back after the current set. Okay.
We appreciate it, Miss Fowler.
She's like, yeah, well, Tim is probably right. I mean, she wasn't committing, it's not like she did anything violent. But as far as information we might have given her, that damage is done. Maybe we just shouldn't let the students off the school grounds.
No, Miss Fowler, don't even start thinking like that, because trust me, that will go to some bad places.
That already isn't that great an idea. Because it's not like they don't already know where we were.
True.
Well, yeah,
This
but the
time-
school's got security is what she's talking about.
They already got into the school, talked to us, handed out flyers, and drew blood from people.
She actually made fun of the school security.
Which, rightly done.
Alright,
Yeah, maybe
so
we should tell Wolf Witch that she specifically made fun of the magic stuff. I mean, that might just take care of the problem in and of itself.
True.
alright. So eventually the set y'all are listening to finishes up. And y'all go to make your exit. Hang on, I got some kind of weird. I got some kind of weird icon popping up on Roll20. I don't know what's going on. Doesn't seem to be affecting anything though. So. Alright, so as you get close to the edge of the park, and there's quite this was one of the last days. There's quite a few people kind of moving on at this point. So you're part of a small crowd headed over to the side. Give me a quick awareness check.
Hey, not a terrible. Never mind. Mine was terrible.
Gotta be to 12.
Oh, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
that just ain't gonna be on us.
Yep.
I actually got as best as I could get on awareness, and still not a 12.
There's a big crowd. It's difficult. Yeah, Tim couldn't beat it. And let me just pull up Callie's. All right, Caleb.
What about Fowler? Can Fowler beat it for us? We need an adult.
Yeah, I think this entire session has demonstrated that we need an adult.
Blessed Thorn would have solved this problem because she wouldn't have touched. We at least could have had two people here with some
All right,
sense.
Kayla's awareness isn't high enough. And let's try Eric and Friendly Fire. Yeah, Friendly Fire. Well, Friendly Fire is relatively aware, but not aware enough. Eric theoretically could if he rolls a 6. No. He's spending most of the walk kind of apologizing to Nicole. But so none of y'all notice the gentleman taking up positions around you as you walk out. Like I said, there's a crowd of folks. I need some like regular old thug miniatures or tokens. And all I got are random super people. So these are guys that are they were just mixed into the crowd of other people. But they are each taking a shot. They pull out these little devices that when you see them, they'll look like kind of high-tech blaster sort of things. And kind of catching you by surprise, they open fire. One beam hits Miss Fowler, and she immediately drops. There's no, it's not guns. It's not like a laser that burned or anything. The beam just hits her, and she kind of goes. You just kind of hear a, and then she collapses. Kayla gets hit by one, and she collapses. Let's see, there's 5 of them. So yeah, oh, I didn't write Fowler's name down. There we go. All right, so Fowler gets hit by one. Kayla gets hit by one. Nicole and Eric. And Tim. Let me know if y'all notice a pattern here. It's almost like the main characters have to save the day.
Like all the NPCs are taken out.
So Kayla and Fowler just flat out hit the ground. Eric, Tim, and Nicole all kind of stumble. Nicole, she catches herself. Tim kind of grabs, braces up against a tree. What the crap was that? I feel wore out. But the 5 men in the crowd have given themselves away at this point. So if y'all won't, go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Not my best roll.
Literally as good as I could roll.
As you could roll without, tapping something.
So all we need now is Putty to roll a 4.
I got... My total was 7.
Oh, you rolled above there. Okay, my bad.
Hang on, let me get these guys' stats.
Can Putty jump really far?
He's strong, but he doesn't have the leaping skill or anything.
Okay. Can Lacuna fly?
I can,
All right, then.
but it makes me hungry.
You just had a juice box. You're not a vampire, you're a pig.
Oh,
Oh my god, she's a pig pyre.
All right. Let me bring up the initiative order. Remove all turns. I'm just gonna put all the little soldierly looking guys on one initiative just to keep things shorter.
That does help.
All right. So the soldiers are going on a 5. Lacuna Lane is going on a 11. Friendly Fire is going on a 1 because she's been named. Rig-a-jig. Where was yours? 7. Putty is going on also on a 7. Eric is on a 1. And then that last fellow. That's 6 plus 6. And he is going also on an 11. Arrange in descending order. All right, so top of the order. Over to one side where several paths kind of cross together. One of the trees shakes a little bit, and you recognize the masked and kind of body armored form of the overseer.
Oh no, it's overkill.
Overkill.
I see some of you have... Bright boy, I see you've done your research. Okay,
I mean, not so much research as torture, but yes.
What can I say, kid? It was the 90s. We all had dumb names. I mean, what are you calling yourself?
Be fair, mine relies heavily on Germanic folklore.
Yeah, sounds like you're kind of avoiding the answer. And with that, he pulls something out of a pouch and starts twirling it over his head, throws it at you. You go ahead and answer.
That just seems unnecessarily rude.
All right. So give me a coordination as he chunks what you quickly realize is a bolo.
The tie?
Do what now?
You said a bolo, like the tie.
I think bolo ties were named after bolos.
Uh-huh.
I could swear it's bola. My brain must be off today.
You could be right. I don't know. Now stop avoiding the coordination roll and make it.
Yeah, okay. The tool is called a bola, and there's a bolo tie. Okay, sorry. Had to get that squared away. I'm also quickly scanning down the powers section in the book to see if spinning will help me with this.
It is basically the snare power, or the crap. Is that what they call the power? Binding. I think it is binding. So yes, I believe it does help in some way.
Yeah, your rapid spinning gives you binding resistance.
Be right back, guys.
Including wrestling attacks, which is why I was super good at wrestling.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So yeah, I'll be rolling on a 6 and not a 5.
All right. If I can find, I thought binding was its own power, but maybe it's part of. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you added the spinning to your roll.
Well, I didn't add it, but I just made it the 6 base instead of the 5 because it just changed up the base, doesn't it? Or would I be adding the 6 on to my roll?
All right, you're making a coordination roll. It counts as resistance, which we could do that either as you taking a plus equal to it or me taking a minus equal to it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then that's going to be a 7 plus 6, a 13.
All right, so he's got to beat 13, which is not impossible. Well, tying it's not impossible for him. Oh, but he just barely didn't make it. So yeah, the bola hits. It hits, but then you feel it kind of starting to wrap around before your spinning finally manages to kind of fling it off to one side.
My spinning just matches its speed, and it kind of just falls. It just keeps going the direction it's meant to go.
To your perspective, it does that, and then you kind of grab it and kind of flick it a little bit. To change its trajectory. And Overseer kind of gives you a respectful nod. Oh, okay. Then it is Lacuna Lane's turn.
Okay, so I think I'm going to use that cool new power I got at the start of the session. So,
Dragon.
I
think it's got to be real animals at this point.
Komodo.
On page
Dragon.
123 of Great Power. That's a fair point. Are dragons real in this setting?
You don't know. All right, so what were you saying about Great Power?
On page 123 of Great Power, it says I can assume a human-animal hybrid with transformation.
Yes. You can transform any normal animal, there's the important wording, or any human-animal hybrid.
I'm going to turn myself into a werewolf.
Somebody's trying to get
The first thing all vampires want to do is become a werewolf.
All right. It takes a page of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
So you can revert to normal instantly. That's important. You gain physical properties of your assumed form up to your power level. If convincingly imitating a particular form is an issue, your power level is the difficulty for an awareness test to notice something is amiss. So if you want to turn into a stray cat and have people actually think you were a cat. So what physical properties is this giving you? Are you enhancing your strength? Are you giving yourself claws?
Give me the wolf claws. As well as, just the cosmetic fur, snout, full-on wolf thing.
All right.
But
How many ranks of that?
5.
All right, so you're giving
With a
yourself
sun hat.
totally up to him whether clothes morph or not.
I'm going to say no, because the image of a werewolf with a hat, the big floppy sun hat, is much, much funnier.
But the rest of your school uniform does, mysteriously. So yeah, y'all all see Lacuna kind of bend over like she's got a sudden stomach cramp, and then fur starts kind of sprouting out of her back. Her ears start elongating. Her mouth opens wide, and a wolf snout starts to poke out of it.
It's fascinating the things you can do once you accept yourself.
Yeah, like me. I'm currently urinating myself.
And I just accept it.
And it takes a turn, and it's still faster than the howling.
Anybody here seen Wolf Cop?
I've seen Axe Cop.
Wolf Cop's got a very...
I've seen Samurai Cop.
Wolf Cop has got a very graphic transformation scene. It's like he splatters the bathroom he's in. He splatters all the walls. It looks like a murder scene when he's done changing. And we won't talk about some of the... Because he's taking a leak when he goes through his first transformation, and we won't talk about all of the anatomy that you get to see change.
Oh, wow.
It is a goofy movie, but...
Good creature effects, I guess.
To be a grade B, or what my mom used to call a grade Z movie, yeah, they really weren't that bad.
Oh,
even
that
though
poster.
Even though him in full werewolf form it's almost, well, it's better than Teen Wolf, but it's more of a grade B superhero flick than anything really.
It's like they're going for a Lon Chaney, but a little bit rougher.
Yeah, and the entire movie's just kind of got a goofy vibe to it. You know, if you go through Netflix or wherever it was, the image that comes up is the wolf, full wolf, just stretched out with, like, I think a hand kind of covering, you know, keeping him decent. And we were just flipping through. One of my buddies saw that was that one. That's what we're watching tonight. Okay.
I'm just picturing the sequel being Stop or My Pack Will Shoot.
No, it's another Wolf Cop.
Yeah, they've actually done the sequel already. It was all like crowdfunded. All right, but we're off the. All right, so Lacuna starts changing, taking a wolf form, and creepily talking about the things she can do now that she accepts herself. It's probably a good thing Kayla and the teacher are asleep.
I think it's awesome.
So, Putty just likes to see other people going through body horror, that's all.
Putty thinks Lacuna's cool. I mean...
And it is Putty's turn.
Because she's got real body horror trauma that more severe than his, and he respects her. I'm going to charge the Overseer. See if I can hit him.
All right. He is close enough that you can get there with your movement.
All right, we'll take a swing.
All right, that was the 9.
Yeah, I should have gone ahead and used my done my upgrades, but I'll wait till next session.
Oh! But my boy here rolls a 1 on the dice, so he gets a total of a 7.
Ooh,
So that's a good, solid hit. What's your strength?
7. He's got armor though, doesn't he?
A little bit. So you do 7. So he takes that. He has got, how much stamina does he have? Well, his stamina's not bad. So he goes to dodge out of the way, and I don't know if you fake him out or if he's just distracted by the werewolf, because that was unexpected. But yeah, you just catch him right in the gut, just woof. You kind of hear,
Nice.
Jeez, kid, what are they feeding you over there? And he kind of springs away from you.
According to Lacuna, you don't want to know.
And he's kind of wheezing for a second, like, you know, like you're about to knock the breath out of him. But, you know, he's a professional. He gets it under control. Rig-a-jig.
I look at the Overman. Does his suit look like it's metal?
It looks more like modern body armor, so it's probably Kevlar with like ceramic inserts.
Okay. Does he have a metal gun?
He does have a metal gun on his waist, yes.
Well, it's made out of gallium now.
And what would it be made out of gallium do?
Well, that's liquid in room temperature. So it kind of just break apart.
It just sort of melts and runs. It's like you turn it into mercury sort of thing.
Yeah.
So his gun is now running down his leg. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to physically touch it to do that?
I've got the extra on it ranged.
Okay, give me a coordination check then, because he will get a chance to defend against it.
Okay. I was pretty sure.
Since it's not an what's the word? It's not just sitting off on its own somewhere.
Oh, I roll a 1. Yep, nope.
So yeah, you try to focus on it, but he's moving around too much. You can't really get a lock on it.
Yeah. Okay, so we both failed the ranged thing. How about we just get into fisticuffs?
That's fine with me, kid. And then it is his flunky's turns. Alright, this one here that's closest to Lacuna looks a little freaked out. And the crowd of people around you that these guys were kind of hiding in, yeah, there's like screaming and stuff now. But they won't go until they'll basically be going to 1 like the folks that have been zapped. So this guy's trying to shoot Lacuna with the same beam that he hit. We'll say this is the one that hit Kylie or Kayla. I forgot to write down my names more neatly. Let's see. So he is a thug, or no, he's a soldier. All right, Lacuna, you need to beat a 6 on a coordination.
Doable. Oh.
Okay, that's a tie, so he gets half effect. What he is hitting you with is a drain. Maybe listed under energy drain. Yes, energy drain. So it's prowess. Well, if it was a touch, this was range. So it was coordination test to actually hit you. And then it's his energy drain versus your strength or willpower. I would choose that when he purchased the power. So these are strength based.
All right.
So you roll your strength versus his energy drain. However, since it's a tie, he's only getting half effect.
13 is the number to beat.
Sweet, merciful crap. Yeah, he wasn't going to do that. No, not on half effect. Oh, you rolled max, though. That's why.
Yeah.
So it hits you, and you feel a little wave of fatigue, but you shrug it off. Next up is this one in front here that's going to shoot at Rigajig. Ooh. So you need to beat a 10 on a coordination.
Does my spinning... Alright. The spinning generates a wind screen that substitutes the power levels for coordination to defend against physical and air-based attacks. I don't think that lands.
This would be energy. Drains would not count.
Yeah. Just double checking. Get that 1 point advantage.
Oh, yeah, I understand. And now if he was running up to touch you with it, it might count just because it makes it harder for him to touch. But no, this is like a beam weapon kind of thing. But your coordination's pretty good, isn't it?
To beat a 10, I'd have to go pretty high.
Yep, give it a roll.
I'd like to burn determination for 2 points.
What quality are you tapping?
Whatever makes me liked. I have failed Lacuna once today already. I don't want to do it twice.
That's acceptable.
Nope. Still got hit by it.
All right. Was that with the +2 factored in? Okay, I see that it is. Okay. So you got a 9, he got a 10. So now give me a strength roll versus the level of his
I roll a 9 on a strength roll at least.
Oh, and he only rolled a 5, so you get hit by the beam. You feel that fatigue wash over you.
Sit down.
But you've been sipping monsters all day, so you managed to shrug it off.
This is as fatigued as I always am. Huh.
Man, suddenly feels like I haven't had a monster in 15 minutes. Huh.
Hold on, I gotta get my
Heart rate
emergency
turns
5-hour
normal.
energy.
Time to open the Rigajig fridge.
Psst.
Please, it would just be the Riga fridge.
Or the Frigid. Alright, so the one in front of Putty is going to shoot Putty.
Alrighty. I will dodge because I'm not convinced that my reflection's going to work against those beams.
So you need to beat a 6. And you
Boom.
did. So yeah, and it's like these things are like pistol shapes though. But they look pretty high tech. Kind of white. Have you ever seen like the portal gun from Portal, that kind of white plating on the outside? That's kind of what these things will look like. They're not that bulky though. But yeah, he whips out and fires at you. You duck to the side because, you know, you're just not certain how your powers would react to that. This guy over here, he's going to shoot at Eric because Eric is still standing. Let's see, that's Stonehenge. There's Eric. So somebody give me just a straight D6 roll for Eric, and I'll tell you, his coordination is a 4.
He rolled a 6.
Nice. So 6. So that's a 10. So he doesn't get hit this time.
Good. We need all the help we can get.
And then the last guy is also going to shoot at Lacuna because, you know, she's turning into a werewolf.
Make it sound like it's scary.
He's seen dog soldiers. He doesn't want to get eaten. Which is, by the way, another good werewolf movie if y'all are looking for good werewolf movies.
It's very good.
It is not comedic in most of it.
Oh, that'll actually hit.
Alright, so give me another strength roll. He gets to use his full power this time.
I don't think that's gonna do a whole lot.
It was close. It was close. You get hit with, you feel another one of them beams hit you, and this time it's like you're getting pissed and your anger is just washing it away. You don't know if it's a vampiric thing or if it's the wolf instincts kicking in, but then it is Eric's go. He yells at Nicole to grab Kayla and get out of here. And then he grabs Miss Fowler. And then he kind of breaks through down this way. And it looks like he's just moving as fast as he can for the water. You know, he's got Miss Fowler scooped up. She appears to be unconscious. He's got her scooped up. Oh, I forgot to put a miniature down for Stonehenge. Oh well, he's going on a 1 as well. So, then Nicole grabs up Kayla and takes off, at full speed. Headed off the way y'all were coming. Out of the park. She's quite a bit faster, so she's off the board. And then Stonehenge. Let's see. Well, I was going to grab a free earth elemental, but it's not wanting to work for me. We're just going to throw Black Dragon in there, but it's not Black Dragon. Alright, so Stonehenge morphs out into his stone form. And basically, we'll say he was standing here. He steps over to this guy and just tries to pop him a good one. So somebody give me a... Sweet Lord, is that Stonehenge's stats? Goodness. He rolled quite well. Somebody give me a D6 plus a D6 roll for his prowess. And I will roll the soldier's prowess.
Hey, way to go, Stonehenge.
So yeah, that's a solid hit. Stonehenge has got a strength of... Alright, his baseline strength is 5. His alternate form bumps that up by 1, and then his density control bumps that up by another 1. So when he's morphed out, he's basically essentially got a strength of 7. Which is how much stamina this soldier has got. This soldier goes away. You know, he takes 2 or 3 steps while he morphs out and just clocks this guy, and the guy just goes flying, 10 or 15 feet back. Hits the ground, and he's moving
soldier.
Pardon?
So, goodbye, soldier.
I should probably say mercenary, but I'm using soldier stats for him. Alright, that is everybody that was on a 1. At this point, the crowd is screaming. They really just take off, so the area is starting to thin out some. Then we're back to the top of the order with the Overseer. He pulls out another bola, but this time he sends it at Putty. So Putty, give me a coordination roll.
Can't he just punch me?
He doesn't seem to want to.
I wonder why.
I mean, I'm sure you can send the bola back. It's a physical object.
I believe his power specifically talks about damage.
Ah.
Yeah.
I mean, we would make an argument for like RP purposes if somebody threw a dodgeball at him, maybe he could flick it back at him that way, but the bolo was more of a kind of wrap around sort of thing. Alright, so binding.
Looks like he got me.
Oh yes, he got a 10, you got a 9, so it's by 1, so that is a moderate success. Let's see. Yeah, because it's just a coordination versus coordination. So with a moderate, you've got a -2 penalty on your actions. And you're stuck to the spot because we're going to ignore the stuck to the spot part specifically with this. Well, no, because Bolo could get you around the leg, so you would be kind of stuck not being able to move. So you can't physically move as far as like changing location. But you still got like enough of an arm free that you take a swing at somebody. You just had -2. You could also, of course, use the escape action to try to break free or something when your turn comes up. Lacuna Lane, you are now in full wolf form, or wolf person form.
I am going to leap at and attack this guy up here. Because he made poor life decisions whenever he chose to shoot me.
Oh, come on. He just shot a little girl and then you. Not like he's the only guy that shot you. Alright, so you're running and leaping at him. I'm assuming that will be a prowess then.
You
So
did
it is
well.
10 and a 10. So that is a marginal, so you're going to do half damage. What is your strength?
It is 7.
Alright, and you're giving yourself claws. So you're basically giving yourself strike. So you'll effectively be doing 8. But, halved for the marginal success. Alright, so he's taking 4 points of damage. So he is still up. He is not wearing any body armor. The soldier guys were all in just plain clothes. They were disguised in plain clothes. Alright, so he's got. But he does not look in good shape though. You tore into him pretty good. Putty, is your go.
I think I was really tempted to take a swing, but I think I'm going to use the escape action.
All right.
Or attempt to escape.
And escape requires. Let's see. Oh, I just passed it. Escaping. When you're held by an opponent, you can attempt to escape the hold with a prowess or strength test against the attacker's strength. And the attacker's strength, quote unquote, in this would be the level of the binding. Because that counts as its material strength.
I'm going to use my strength.
Somehow I thought you would. And then the binding. Okay.
Ah.
Alright. Ooh, binding did not roll well. So you got a 10 versus it's 7. So yeah, you just kind of flex and just tear those cords off. They gave you a little resistance, but they were clearly not designed for somebody with actual super strength.
Sweet.
So you're free now. Rig-a-jig.
Yo. It's time to punch a man.
What man you gonna punch? You're in a target-rich environment at the moment.
Yeah, I'll step up kind of in that little tight area. I'll do my first hit on the random guy next to Putty that isn't Overseer.
Okay. This guy here, I got you.
So, first swing.
You got a 9, he got a 7, so you get a solid lick on him.
All right. 6 points of damage.
All right. He is still up, but he looks like a boxer that has gone one round too many and is just kind of wobbling.
And I will fast attack now at Overseer.
Okay. Oh, and Overseer's prowess. Oh, he manages to kind of duck and weave out of the way.
Uh-oh, the fist fight might actually go your way. Or we could both miss.
Yeah, kid, you never know. You never know how a fight's gonna go. I really gotta get some better help. Alright, then it comes up to his flunkies' turns. This guy here is going to shoot at Stonehenge. So if somebody would roll me a 6+6 for his coordination, I'll roll the soldiers. All right, they're not hitting old Stonehenge once he knows they're there. The guy on Lacuna is going to shoot and then run.
Chicken.
So Lacuna needs to beat a 7.
Nice.
And she does so, and he, starts trying to run away from her. This guy here is going to shoot at... Actually, he's going to fall back slightly and shoot at Eric. So somebody give me a D6 plus 4 roll for Eric.
I kind of hesitate to do any of these rolls because roll 20 hates me.
It's a 7.
All right. Oh. Let's see. The 8 I rolled was against Lacuna, so yeah, I need to roll again. All right.
Hey! He makes it.
And then the one right in front of Putty. He just got punched by Riggajig, so he's shooting Riggajig.
That's fair.
Now that sounds like a happy baby.
She is talking.
Cheers. And every word's adorable.
Got that 11 to dodge.
All right. So Eric makes it to the lake, or well, whatever this is, the Jacqueline Kinney Onassis Reserve, or Reservoir, excuse me. So he dives into the reservoir.
Immediately drowning Miss Fowler. He was secretly the supervillain all along.
And you never knew, fools. But yeah, him and her hit the water and go under. And, yeah, you don't see him come up. In his defense, he was kind of groggy. Let's see. Friendly or unfriendly fire is already basically out of view. So she appears to have gotten away with Kayla. And then Stonehenge is going to step over here and take a swing at this guy. If somebody would like to roll a 6 plus a D6. Or D6 plus 6. Alright, so that's a tie. So he does half damage to that guy. Alright. And the crowds are the crowds are still inside, but the area that y'all are standing around in is clear at this point. Then it is back to the overseer. He's gonna fall back out of range of Putty's swing. So not so far that Putty couldn't follow if he wanted to. And he is going to drop. I guess it would fall under invisibility. Oh, no, probably fall under dazzle. But basically, he falls back and throws down. He reaches into a pouch and pulls out his hand and throws down. Well, it looks like some kind of little pellets, but they hit the ground, they explode into smoke.
So he's just leaving?
You don't know what he's doing, but he's got a little smoke cloud around him now. Lacuna Lane. What are you?
It says chase down and finish this one up here, but Lacuna's gonna just resist that and go after this one down here.
Would you like a determination point?
Oh.
I would like to trigger you some trouble.
Oh.
See, the game master's a giver.
I am generous to a fault. Because let's see, what quality am I going to tap here? Barely controlled thirst for blood.
Oh,
Oh, I would absolutely love that determination point.
if the mercenaries weren't running before, when the overseer hightailed it, that might do it.
So do you accept the determination point?
Yes, I do.
Give yourself a determination point. And then chase that delectable morsel down.
Oh, I am. And I would like to grapple him.
Alrighty. That's prowess versus prowess. He does not have any wrestling or anything that would factor in. So he got a 7. Alright, so you've got him in a partial hold, which means he can still take actions, but you are latched onto him. He can't get away from you. He can't move any further away from you. And I believe that means next round you can just apply damage to him.
Awesome.
He is screaming his head off.
As he should.
And then it is Putty's go.
Putty is going to run into the smoke to try to... Oh, no.
I'm not sure that
What
was happy.
happened? She was throwing stuff. And she threw her confident in her face. God telling me mute.
Putty will scream just like that and run into the smoke screen to try to see if he can find the overseer and punch him.
Alright, so as you're running in... Alright, this is... Alright, this is obscuring your sight. All right, dazzle works off coordination, but that's if they're like trying to hit you in the face with pepper spray or a bright light. What we're gonna do for this is you're just running into smoke, trying to see a darker shadow or something that might tell you where he's at. We'll have you roll your awareness versus the rank of the smoke bomb gadget he was using.
I'm going to use a determination point.
Okay, what are you tapping? What quality are you
I'm a monster, and I'll literally say, you can't hide in the darkness, in the smoke from a monster.
All right, so you're giving yourself +2 with that?
Yeah.
Ah, geez. All right, so he had backed up to the back edge of the smoke. You go running in, and there's, the sun is still up. It's not dark yet. So with him being kind of to the edge of the cloud, he's backlit enough that you can kind of see, his vague silhouette.
I can see his shape.
Yeah, enough to know it's him. Definitely enough to throw a punch at.
I'm going to do it.
Or a hug, or whatever you want to do. Alright, and that is versus his coordination. Or his prowess, rather. I was looking at the right stat.
Boom.
I don't know, man. Roll20 seems to like you just fine.
It liked me for this. It liked me on this page for sure.
Alright, so how strong are you?
7.
That's right, 7 minus. So he's got. Alright, so he's taking 2 of them licks from you. So yeah, he goes flying out of the smoke. And you do lose sight of him once he's out of the smoke, and you've got all that, you're standing in the smoke. So you run up and you hit him, and he just kind of goes, oof, and off. The smoke kind of swirls around as, he's suddenly not where he was. And then it's Rigajig's turn.
So, So he's still up and about.
Who?
Over what? Or overseer?
You don't know the cloud of smoke is obscuring your view.
Alright.
You saw him throw the cloud of smoke up. You saw Putty run in, and you're pretty sure you heard the sound of Putty punching something.
Then I'll walk in position between these two soldiers and just do a quick attack on both of them.
Alright, roll it. Well, roll the first one, I guess.
First one on the one that's already hurt. Solid throw.
Alright, you definitely hit him.
Which I think should knock him unconscious.
Had that one already taken damage? Which one was it you said you were hitting?
The one that was already... Because I'd hit that one and then missed at Overseer.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm hitting him again.
Yes, he's definitely out. So he goes down.
And now the one that's, as far as I know, not hurt.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's put a lick on this one. Yeah.
He's now been licked.
Yeah,
it's a 9 against an 8.
Yep. And you do 6, you said?
6 points.
Yep. Basically, they've got 7, so...
Yeah, I can two-shot all of them.
So you land, you pop the one guy. When you hit this guy, his head just rocks back. He just barely manages to stay on his feet. And then he shoots at you.
Well, that's a bit rude.
Dice roller is not my friend today.
Hey, I dodged this one.
All right, so you dodge that one. The one on Stonehenge is going to take a shot at him. Somebody roll me a d6 plus 6, please. You need to beat an 8, so that's probably a done deal.
Oh.
It's a tie, so he does half damage, which is 4. Which is still enough to take the guy out. Oh, yes, and then there's the one on Lacuna, or that Lacuna is on. He is screaming at the top of his lungs, "Get away from me!" And trying to shoot you with the gun, but he's at a -2 to do that. So Lacuna needs to beat an 8 on a coordination.
I'm going to burn that determination point you just gave me to tap barely controlled thirst for blood to give myself a bonus to holding on to him.
He's not trying to escape, he's trying to shoot you.
Oh, to avoid the shot.
Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Alright, then that's a coordination. Oh, goodness. So, yeah. He sticks the gun in your face, but you use that elongated snout to kind of slap it out of the way so that when the shot goes off, it misses. Let's see. I think I'll let Stonehenge go out of order for some reason. Because he should be going now. What did I must have had him attack the soldier instead of the soldier attacking him or something. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll say that because what happens right now. Then it's back to the top of the order. Nobody can currently see Overseer. Maybe because he's, knocked the F out. Or, maybe he just run off. Who knows? Then it's Lacuna's turn.
I'm going to open my mouth nice and wide and bite down into his neck with my werewolf teeth. And hit him with energy drain.
All right.
Yeah, killing him?
She is out of control.
Yeah.
All right, so the energy drain is it strength based or willpower based?
It is strength based.
All right.
And to be fair, it was his bad choices that led to this.
So he got a 9. And you have to roll your life drain or your energy drain. The power ranks plus a d6. All right. And how many ranks is that? You got 7 ranks in that?
Yes, sir.
And do you have it specifically? Do you have the life drain extra on that?
Yes, sir. So if he hits 0, he needs to start making strength saves or he's going to die.
All right, so give me a d7. Or a d7.
D7.
That would be a thing. A d6 plus 7. And, well, just like that initial roll, it's going to be his strength.
Oh, no.
So 7. He got a 7, you got a 13.
Oh,
Hey,
that is
guys,
a
I'm not
massive
hungry
success.
anymore.
he's not only really dead, he's really quite sincerely dead.
I enjoyed your song, Curtis. Please don't get us copyright struck. Because that sounds like it's from somewhere. So, yeah, just a blood-curdling scream. The rest of you have never heard so much fear in a man's voice. And then it just cuts off. And all you hear is kind of a gurgling and a... Not quite chewing, but you can hear loud swallows. And Lacuna, this is the most satisfying meal you have had probably since you woke up after the accident. Because you've never actually fed on a person to death before.
This whole high school chapter is going to end with all of us playing Renfield to Zach's Lacuna.
My God, students, you just ate a cricket. No, I didn't. You did. You picked it up right off the table and just ate it. No,
A DM Theon.
its leg is sticking out of your mouth.
DM Theon, he's not necessarily dead. It's just how life drain works. Once he reaches 0 stamina, he needs to make strength tests, or else he starts losing strength levels.
Oh, that's right. I was doing it like it was a killing effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just super unconscious.
I mean, he's probably still dying at this point.
So, so does that mean... Let's see here. Damage. Does that mean he loses strength levels based off that? Or has he got 4 rounds, basically, because he's got a strength 4? I mean, assuming he keeps failing. Yeah, okay. I was getting all excited and ahead of myself. So his strength is now a 3.
Theon.
Well, you know, he is a minion, though.
Yeah. Like, if you want to kill him, I am absolutely fine with you with Lacuna accidentally just going out of control and eating the guy.
Okay, then we'll go with that's what's happened. Because I like that.
I just wanted to be clear for the folks at home for how life drains.
The rule work. Technically, he would fail, his strength would go to 3, he'd make another check next round. If he failed that, it'd go to 2, then 1, and then he'd be dead. Any round that he succeeded the check, it wouldn't drop. And I can't remember if there was something about massive successes stabilizing you or not, I forget. Minions can be basically as fragile as I want to be, though. You know, these guys I wanted to be challenging, so they had their full stamina, where sometimes you can do minions where one hit takes them out. Which I tend to do when I use bigger and bigger crowds of them. Alright, but that was Lacuna's turn. Putty! You don't see any of this happen, but you hear the screams and the sudden it cuts off.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I'm going to run through the smoke and see if I can spot the Overseer.
Alright. You run out the smoke, and the Overseer is just laid out. Part of his armor almost looks like it's caved in, which worries you at first, and then you realize it's just like one of the ceramic plates underneath it is shattered, and it's making it kind of poke up a little bit. But yeah, he's just unconscious.
I'll pick him up and bring him to the rest of the group, because I'm thinking that once those little minions, when they see that one of them has just been eaten, and B, when they see that the Overseer's been KO'd, they're just gonna take off or surrender, maybe. Probably take off.
Alright, so you walk back through the smoke with the Overseer. While you're walking with him, Rigajig, it's your turn. You hear that screaming back behind you, but you still got a guy with a gun in front of you.
Okay, I punch him unconscious and move on with my day.
Alright. Give that roll. And he's got a horrified look on his face. He's looking over your shoulder at something. He just looks horrified.
That doesn't matter. I missed.
Not so horrified that he doesn't get out of the way of a fist coming at him, though.
Silly girl.
Then as the soldiers go, and yeah, he just beats feet. Putty, you're not even sure if he noticed that you had the Overseer. He's just staring at Lacuna and turns around and just takes off, hits that path, and is just full speed ahead.
I don't know why he's terrified of her. I mean, she's got that pretty hat.
Which makes the visual all the better.
Well, it's a blood-splattered hat now. And Stonehenge is like, guys, do we need to do something about that?
Unfortunately.
And y'all turn around and look, and the wolf woman is just jaws locked on the guy's neck, just worrying that neck.
Yeah, Rigajig will start running up. Let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go.
Spit that out right now. Spit it out.
What's in your mouth? Who's in your mouth? Spit him out. Spit him out. If you want to try to calm her down, then give me a willpower roll, Rigajig.
We did say she was her own vampire now.
Versus Lacuna's willpower.
Oh, that should be easy. I have terrible willpower.
I've got a 12.
And if you had rolled almost anything less than that, it would not have worked.
Yep.
So the way I'm picturing it, and Zach, feel free to chime in if you have any ideas, is when he runs up talking, your head snaps around like more food. But then who he is and what he's saying sinks in, and you realize fully what you have done. And more importantly, how satisfying it feels.
Excellent.
So you can be as horrified as you want to be, but man, you're full. You've had a good meal. And we will end here with you hearing police sirens in the distance. Not very distant, though. Because, you had something going on in the park. There were already cops around. So y'all hear the sirens. Stonehenge looks up. Yeah, we got to go. And we will cover how y'all make y'all's escape early next session.
And I am sure that no one in the crowd had a cell phone filming any of this.
No, absolutely nobody hung around to film anything. I am absolutely sure. So anyway, I hope you guys had fun. I enjoyed this session.
Yeah, I did too. This was fun. Like from beginning to end.
It was fun.
But so we should be back in 2 weeks unless something crops up. Hope anybody that comes by and watches this later, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you check out the next episode. I forgot to introduce everybody at the beginning, so I'll do that now. I'm Jason. I was the GM, of course. We had Curtis playing Putty.
Laters.
Taylor playing Rigajig.
See you.
Zach playing Lacuna Lane.
Have a wonderful afternoon.
And hopefully next week Mike will be back with Blessed Thorn as y'all fill her in on what she missed. But till then, we will see y'all all next time.